So PL, Miracle really left to his own devices down here. 5 and 5. Toby trying to leech experience, find a place in the trees to hide. Because Tiny, like you said, has stayed up top lane. Still looking for a toss back, potentially under tower. But GH playing incredibly defensively. Mind Control far forward, battling with Celery here with Crush and Bash. He's doing a good amount of harassment, and Lich does have to fall back to salve. It's going to get cancelled. Look at that, bashed up. He's got another Crush if he wants to go for it. Give him a few more whacks, Mind Control. Get in there. You can't kill him, but you can do a massive amount of damage until you get tossed into the tower. Missed stun from Lash again. And they will get a trade at the very least. They lose the Lich for Mind Control back into the grave.
It's not that easy to land a stun with Lash on the flying target. AoE is really small. But they will definitely need to help Batrider on the bottom lane. He is getting some creeps. Kuroki denying a little bit, but still, it's a free farming Phantom Lancer.
Completely unbothered. Completely untouched. And it's Miracle on his PL as well. You know he is going to come out of the gate absolutely racing. Oh, that's my bad. That's a T-Tours. There must have been a toss back on the IO. They've picked off GH this time. So
he caught him mid-air while he was tethering to cancel it. Then there was a follow-up stun from Lesh and guaranteed kill. How's mid lane doing? 23, 14, and 4 for Storm Spirit.
This is... I do wonder how many of these are neutral creeps. You know, he's a little ahead of the Storm, but I feel like he's cleared this camp that he's taking now maybe once or twice. We still doing reasonably well in this mid lane, and he can also fall back into the jungle if need be. His top lane, I will catch this one. No T-Tours anymore. GH really feeling the pain in this tri lane. Viking sticking it to them, but Lacoste, is it enough? You know, the three heroes leeching experience from each other up here.
I want to see Tiny rotating mid, trying to grab a kill before Storm Spirit gets level 6. Rune in 10 seconds if he gets a haste or invisibility. That's kind of guaranteed kill, but look at the wards from Nigma already. They know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, one outside that Roche pit sees the Tiny coming in. Worst rune! Illusion rune, yikes. Well, look at Storm though. Storm Spirit's being just hounded and chased by this Meepo, but now the turnaround with Kuroki arriving. Looks like Boom is gonna get Vortex back. That's a level 4 point in Vortex. Unfortunately, not enough damage to finish off Meepo, and Aramis, he's got the 1-1-0 build. He's pretending to be an illusion. He's running around the trees, but the salve from Weak will keep him in fighting shape, at least for now.
Can't pretend anymore. They know which one is real.
This does open things up a little bit top lane, right? You've got GH and Mind Control, who very likely feel emboldened by the Tiny's rotation. Now they can play forward onto the Lich and Lesh, who are reasonably squishy up against this level 2 Bash of the Deep from Mind Control. Oh, Wee is being chased. Aramis is looking for the toss back onto his illusion. That's really... Oh, no, he's actually tossed him onto the creep camp. Nothing will come of that. Bounty runes are up. Shad giving chase, but Mind Control wants to battle into the Lich. The bash and crush. The damage is in. Celery. Oh, nice sidestep. Mind Control just drops his shoulder, gives it the old shimmy, steps past the splitter, and they kill off the Lich. Easy peasy. Are they going to go for Shad? No, they are going to just calm down a little bit.
You need to be careful about positioning. Just try to stay at the max distance, harass, and that's it. Don't get close, otherwise you're gonna die.
Meepo now level 6. We about to crack 6 himself.
Rather brutally murdered.
Should be a little bit afraid, yeah. The nets, level 1 nets. They are here for Boom. Feels like such a weird game from Viking. You know, they're pulling out all these little tricks here and there. Toby is still dragging waves around and kind of stacking up, trying to get experience where he can. Miracle continues to free farm at 45 and 14, fully lane creeps. While Meepo's 51 and 5 looks pretty good with a few jungle creeps. He's going to go in onto the Storm Spirit, another ensnare. I don't know if he's got the full damage to bring down Wee. With a Ball Lightning, Wee having a Fairy Fire also in inventory seems pretty okay until Batrider arrives. He says, "Heya, Wee, you alright, mate? You're going to have to Ball Lightning Zip. Is it far enough? That's the question." Toby gives chase, but he's only level 4 and he's been sandwiched in by Kuroki. Quick kinetic field into even quicker TP home. Well, I've missed a kill up top. Of course I have. GH, a drop to this tri-lane reunion. Aramis is very, very much on the edge.
I believe that's the call from V to kill the Meepo. He is the Meepo expert, knows how to shut this down, how to shut down this hero, and every single time when you kill him, he suffers much more than the other heroes.
Do you see much Meepo? Vice, but yeah, I think you're right. E-Blade is always that big option as an item to go for on this Meepo. If you're able to accelerate fast enough into it. And they're still keeping a lot of pressure on Wii. Moving in, dropping him low, forcing him home. Bat Rider. Finally get some free time. Get some creeps, get some experience. Oh, mind control, bash. Dodges the stun again. Shad really struggling here against this sprint of Slardar. Land these stuns.
When he hits level 6, then they need to be extremely careful where they're gonna stand. And here comes V.
It absolutely does. Flash, half HP. They've got the Sinister Gaze onto mind control, and Shad backs to that Frost Armor. Does. Get back into that tree line. Storm needs to zip back. Toby's really low on mana here. Pops the wand. Turns and battles mind control, helped by Io, but GH, unfortunately, at full HP, unable with that salve to keep the Slardar up and running.
This is why Lesh is one of my favorite position 5s. Good when you're playing aggressive, good when you're playing defensive, can save the towers. Once you hit that level 6, it feels like your team fight becomes 10 times stronger. Man, Phantom Lancer just rushing the Fusel Blade after power treads, putting a lot of pressure on that bottom tower.
Well, this is what I was saying, right? Nigma and I guess Miracle definitely one of those players and one of those teams where they feel that if they can go full aggression, if they can hit that kind of aggressive timing instead of playing defensive and then building up and slowly ramping, they do like to peak, really strike while the iron is hot. What are your thoughts on Iron Talon Lacoste? Because I've just seen it drop in a creep camp and no one gives a shit. Meepo pinged it and no one's going for it.
The old Iron Talon was extremely bad since you got it at the 7-minute mark. I mean, even if you get to that perfect timing right at the 7-minute mark, it's still not that great. I have the same feeling for Poor Man's Shield. Iron Talon received a little bit of buff, now it gives attack speed, but still one of the worst tier 1 items in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I fully agree. Like at least PMS gives you some like agi and some armor and stuff. Like if you're a TB or just like a Luna, any kind of agi hero, it feels decent.
And you can see even Miracle swapped the Iron Talon for Trusty Shovel.
I mean, Shovel is the best item in the game. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. But, like, seriously, sick, man. Here comes the zip zap onto Celery. Shan looking for the stun. He's going to get the Edict out, and mind control about to drop. They got rid of Lich, but was it worth it? We needs the ball landing away from this one. Flame Break hit him, but the Shad Lesh cannot connect with an additional stun. Aramis trying to hunt anyone down for a toss back, and Kuro may get picked off here. Meepo's coming in with a level 2 net. Oh, he's just out of range. Not able to get a latch onto him. But at the same time, Boom is farming multiple creep camps, multiple lanes at the same time. And Viking looking pretty good to get this Meepo online. He has not been shut down at all.
Oh god, it's 11-minute Diffusal Blade on Phantom Lancer. Like, no one wants to come to his lane anymore. Oh, Toby will take take one.
That's ooh, Miracle's not gonna go for it. He ran out of mana, so not doing as much damage, and 500 HP, a little too far to go. That's very much Toby going, oh, he has Diffusal Blade at 12 minutes. Tier 1 mid defended very nicely by Viking. Lich will probably just sit here, Frost Shield spam and try and keep it alive for as long as possible. Top lane is completely abandoned. Tiny is lurking in the shadows off to the left-hand side and looking for the backstab as 4 Radiant heroes on his tier 1 mid should be confronted. Like, I feel, yeah, Viking, the TP bat in, they need to confront this, right? They need to go in. Avalanche, Toss, Storm Spirit, then they've got the stun. Ooh, the Sinister Gaze. Static Storm is really good. Really good from Kuro. That stops any further chain stunning on the Storm, so we can escape. And PL has arrived. Doppelganger to get the illusions going, guns back. Oh, Shad, lash back to tier 1, and now Meepo is exposed, open, cold, and alone. Chain Frost is going to bounce a little bit into the creep wave and back onto Miracle PL, but he's got a doppelganger, and Toby's been shredded. He's got 1, he's got GH, he's got mana for days. Shad is stuck down on the low ground, and that's an ultra kill for Wii.
Man, that Static Storm saved that whole fight. It was a 4-man silence, so even if Lich was using the Sinister Gaze, but there was no follow-up whatsoever, and GH after reset the things with the heal coming out from Io. Also, I think you should give Trust Shovel to Io so you can get all those healing cells, dig them out. Also, I love the rotation from Miracle. He was having a good time on the bottom lane, took the tier 1 tower. When there's a fight, he rotates to the mid, and all you want to do is with Phantom Lancer is you don't want to commit too hard, especially at this point since you're squishy. So you just burn all the mana on the important heroes and reset. Every single time Doppelganger is up, you use it, send the illusions. One more good fight like this, and they can turn that into Roche. Slardr's Corrosive Haze, one of the best spells against Roche.
Absolutely. And then you know, you consider if Miracle had the hood there, does he do as much work? Probably not. Like that's Nigma's real sort of way of playing their modus operandi. They like to group up and get these fights going. Miracle already with Yasha done. What? 2 minutes after he got his Diffusal Blade, he's got a full Yasha completed. Maybe 3 minutes if we're being a little less generous.
2.5, let's say.
Yeah, that's fair. Split
Let's find the middle ground.
Split the difference. Toby, what do you got? Double Bracer. Ether Lens queued up, so not going for Blink or Force Staff or Drums or... I think maybe more interestingly, no Travels. Boots of Travel was the most popular Batrider item for the longest time, wasn't it?
It definitely was. I mean, you can afford to go for it if you have units to TP to, something like a Beastmaster, then it's fine. But also your Leshrac is going for Boots of Travel, so you can't be that greedy.
Yeah, good point, Lesh. Bots into yours. I need to keep my eye on this dire jungle. Nigma have done the full invade. Tier 2 being whittled away by Miracle. As MC and Kuro. Just trying to keep tabs on Toby and Celery here. What's that? Essence Ring, hello. He's got 2 rings. Arcane Ring and Essence Ring.
Just buy Ring of Protection and pretend you're Sauron.
We jump Celery. Avalanche is going to clip him. They've got the lasso and the nets. Oh, we.
E-Blade.
They were trying to relocate out. Io might actually pay with his life because of this. Yeah, they're pinging it out now. They know that Io is going to be returning. Where's Kuro? Kuro's off to the left. Toby's chasing Kuro, so Tether has to go south. Glimpse back will buy a bit of time for Kuro, but the Avalanche combo with the toss. And down you go, while Roshan now opens up for Viking.
That's a big one. Like, I don't think they can contest this. Storm is back in 5 seconds. There's no shrines anymore to TP to, but he can TP to tier 1 tower on mid though, or top lane.
Roshan about to drop. Mind Control trying to get in. Storm hits. Oh, Meepo gets the Aegis. We half HP, but here comes the Phantom Lancer now. G-Blade onto Mind Control. Oh, absolutely destroys him. They've got Aramis locked in place here. He tosses a PL Illusion into the pit, but the rest of Viking retreat. A 1-for-1 trade, well worth it as they get Aegis on the Meepo, and this is now Viking prime time.
Yeah, after finishing that E-Blade, Tiny finished his Blink Dagger, was running a bit low on mana. Now it's the go time. Like, they want to keep fighting right now. There's no long cooldown ultis on their side besides Flaming Lasso. Also, Lich needs to be careful about using his ulti properly. Twice in a row, it didn't bounce. It was pretty much a single targeted. The problem is, it feels like when you're playing against Phantom Lancer, you have Meepo on your team, it always looks like you're on the clock, you know? Because this Phantom Lancer is the ultimate late game carry.
I'm sorry, but Meepo shouldn't be allowed to have like 4 Wraith Bands and Vambrace.
Not allowed.
What?
I'm calling my boy Ice Frog in Seattle right now. I'll be right back.
How is that a legal move? Like, what? At least he sold one of the Wraith Bands, okay? He's got 3 Wraith Bands and a Vambrace.
You know what bothers me about this item? Was it called a Vambrace? Vambrace should be called if it's strength only. Like, Van Null if it's intelligence, and Van Band.
I'm done with you.
Don't you agree?
You are so fucking smart, it's unreal. God damn it, dude. Oh, a single tear just dropped down my eye. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Radiant's middle tower be under attack.
Oh, dearie me. Viking is
Back
smoking.
to the game.
Whew. Vambrace.
Now with this Manta style finish, he has ability to dodge E-Blade, get away from Earthbind, anything else, Napalm charges, of course.
Radiant's couriers be.
And they get the Mind Control Courier as well. Don't know what it was doing up there. Nigma. Grouping up around Wii pretty heavily. Miracle's Phantom Lancer just spamming out illusions, defending that top tier 1 without really putting himself in any meaningful sort of threatening position. As they do find a quick grab on Kuroki, but I think Nigma here pretty happy that it's just Kuroki dying there.
For sure, Slardar farming the bottom lane. Once he gets that pipe, that's gonna mitigate a lot of damage from either Lich, Poofs, Tiny, Leshrac. It's a must-have item.
Blink from Meepo. E-Blade in onto Mind Control. Let's get some ensnares going, shall we? Oh, he's missed 2 now. Can he get the 3rd one? He's got Avalanche to help him out. Thank you, Aramis. Get that Meepo up and running. Blink, E-Blade, and Hex coming soon. TP's up towards the top outpost. Meepo has Aegis here, and a Chain Frost help out with the Leshrac bounce. Blade into Poofs, into
Nothing.
Alright, there it is. Triple kill for Boom, and Viking looking real hot now.
Yeah, for a moment it looked like real Meepo was having a seizure, but then he was just poofing. Alright, tier 1 tower still standing on mid lane. They should be able to take 2 towers here. Aegis up and running for a minute and 5 seconds. Oh, Batrider with the Invis, but they know. They pinged him out.
Middle tower has fallen.
Sees him. MC nearly has his pipe done. Kuroki has a smoke here and tons of observers and sentries. Mech up for GH. But I just don't know what their angle of attack is. You know, Wii is still farming up towards his Bloodstone down in the bottom
Northwest.
lane. Northwest.
They should, yeah.
Radiant structures be fortified.
Let's draw the arrow. Let's get them into business, shall we? Clear out the mid-wave. Kuro, are we going to smoke up together?
Radiant's top towers.
Holding on to it still. They let the tier 1 top fall. No real retribution here from Nigma. Very passive.
I thought you were gonna say very powerful. Usually it's like that. Once Meepo finishes his Hex, it's gonna be completely different story for both Phantom Lancer and Storm Spirit.
Here's the smoke. They bring Wee back. His Bloodstone's done. He can take out this mid wave with a remnant or so, but they are being ever so timid. Viking with a smoke of their own. Is the real Meepo with them? Yeah, he sure is. Off they go on a fantastic adventure into the river. Shad gets revealed down on the low ground. And now Nigma just holding their own high ground. Very defensive. Yeah, we standing, making sure this ramp's covered. They're just covering all the staircases. No one's coming up here. And Viking will find absolutely nobody down in the bottom Radiant jungle. So very likely they'll just return to farming.
They need this Heart and Phantom Lancer to tank up the illusions, especially against the Lashrak. Any initial burst damage if they decide to go with the Blink Initiation Hex from Meepo. Once he gets it, then he's gonna have it in 1,000 gold.
Meepo is becoming a massive problem. Scythe of Ice is only, well, it's less than 1,000 gold, it's like 900 gold away or so. Phantom Lancer is, what, about a third of his way towards the heart. Pipe has been completed by Mind Control. That might be their signal to potentially look for another smoke, another fight. And again, Kuroki has all of this vision that he's about to place. Nigma, they're going to have all the intel in the world. They've still got 2 observer wards up, and they've got another 3 in the hands of Kuro. This map is going to be completely warded and covered for Nigma to make plays.
Dire's top tower be under attack.
Just save the wards for the late game.
Tower be under attack. Rock under
1, 2, 3, 4 placed at the moment.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, the tower trades. Top lane shoved all the way towards tier 3 as the tier 2 bottom picked off by Viking, and they're all TPing out of the jungle. I say all. Toby is left all alone.
Toby, come on, he needs 10 gold to finish the Blink Dagger.
Quick find. He's got it. He's fine. Hands off the keyboard. He knows he's dead. He bought his Blink, and that's all that matters.
Nice. Alright, any big items? Okay, so Meepo switches from Hex to Scotty. Huh.
Oh.
Interesting. I would personally get the Hex here to control the Storm Spirit, since he does not have a BKB yet.
What's this jump from Wii? Goodness gracious me. The vision coming in from Kuroki, of course, so this whole setup so they can pick off Celery's Lich. And now, you know, the ball is kind of in Nigma's court, right? They've got 2 heroes dead on the side of Viking. They're pushing towards tier 2. Roshan, potential spawn is now. So in the next couple of minutes, we'll see. Oh, in the next couple of seconds. Oh my god, yeah, 5 seconds. This is perfect.
No career in the Roche pit, though, so they don't know about it.
How do they have... They've got more observers and sentries coming to them. Kuroki just absolutely spamming them. He'll go back and scout Roshan, it looks like, as well. He'll find out that the big man's... He'll find out that the big man's alive. Oh, he wants bounty runes. Well, that's fair enough. Ward up, bounty rune collection time. Tiny. And Meepo onto the IO. Good lasso catching Storm Spirit as well. Oh, beautiful pickoffs here from Viking. I thought that Miracle and Nigma would get this Roshan, but it's going to be Viking that snipes it from under their very noses.
I love the play from Nigma, where they wanted to play aggressive, steal the Roche possibly from Viking, but man, the timing on Viking was absolutely perfect. Let's see it. Buybacks.
Into the Roche, the buybacks are there. Static Storm onto the Tiny only end. There's Boom with the Ace, the Immortal. Aramis being shredded and ripped limb from limb by this PL of Miracle. Down goes Tiny, and Mind Control turns. Looks for Shad, but Meepo's picked off GH. No saving support, no heals or sustain. Celery with a chain frost bouncing. Miracle is half HP, and we will have to jump back to safety. Kuroki, what have you got left in the tank? You've got a glimpse to save your mates, but a jump in from the Meepo, looking for additional targets. As Mind Control just taps Toby on the head and gives him the old bash, but Wee's the one that's caught. Trapped in the ensnare, and boom, double kill.
They still have the Aegis. She's still on the Lash. Wicked Sick for Meepo. They should just straight run mid. The top lane is in a good position. There's a push coming on the bottom lane, but I don't think they should care about that. Also, Meepo can deal with it. Phantom Lancer is the ultimate carry, but if they kill the rest, they should not have a problem dealing with the Phantom Lancer. Every single time, they just kill the IO before he can get any spells off.
Oh, sure, Miracle. He's got Manta. Good connecting field. Manta into Avalanche Toss. Miracle. He's got another doppelganger. He's got so many spells. But the E-Blade and the amount of damage coming from Viking is just too potent.
And it Meepo. 10th pick Meepo.
Now that's powerful.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Has the Aegis for so long as well. Tier 3. Getting focused down. Aramis looking for the jump into the back. Build up the Courier of Miracle. And that tower, not one for this world, but yeah. If GH dies, as long as Lesh and or Meepo survive, this Phantom Manta, he actually doesn't stand a chance. PL has all of his illusions cleared by the Lesh Pulse Nova, and Meepo finds the real one with the nets.
I don't think they can fight this.
It doesn't look like they can. 2.6k HP on the Meepo. And there's 4 of them. 2 lanes of barracks gone. Smoke Up did come through to hide the tiny Lich and Bat for any kind of counter initiation they wanted, but it's going to be a reset now from Viking. Push out the bottom lane, get the wave equilibrium back across the river, and then top lane where that tier 2 still stands tall is where Nigma should be mounting. They're really, honestly, potentially their last defense. Or we don't get caught. And he's done a long zip there, hasn't he? Yeah, back to tier 3. He's alright.
Yeah. Once he sells the raid bands, he's gonna have enough for a full hex. There it is. Still have 2.5 minutes on this Aegis. It's go time. Orb of Destruction, I don't think he should be having that. Just give it to someone else.
And a telescope that's dropped. The bad thing about Meepo, isn't it? Getting neutral drops, but you can't pick him up. Shad will come and grab it though. With BKB, Tire, yours, Shad, zipped on by Wee. Storm Spirit desperately scrambling for any target he can find, but the BKB is going to stop the glimpse and Nigma will get nothing. While Meepo TPs to the outpost. Meepo's coming in through the jungle, finds Miracle, he's got the scythe. There we go, started off strong. But they've got a Static Storm to try and delay this inevitable onslaught against Miracle. Who's up again with the Mantis to try and evade the danger. Good crush from Mind Control. And Shad heals up in the air on the storm, but split up there, the caught out Wee. Aramis is down, but so is the Storm Spirit, dead with no buyback, and boom is godlike. Kuroki follows him to the grave. Mind Control, he's got nothing left. He's going to slide into the tree line, he's got a salve, he's got a sprint. Okay, he had something left. He's got a bit of life remaining. But the trouble is, the rest of the team has crumbled behind him, and there really doesn't seem to be any form of defense from Nigma.
No one has a buyback besides Mind Control at this point. So go take the tower, get the mega creeps. God, he's gonna have another Scotty soon.
Top tower be under attack. Radiant
22,000 net worth. Yeah. Oh, well, that's GH dead. No buyback for 40 seconds. Storm is about to respawn. PL gone for 30. This final line of barracks is gone though. Kuroki, 4 staffs away, but it's about to die in his fountain. Ticks down the flame break. Mind Control and Wee battling into Toby, but Shad and Boom, they come in and they are almighty. A beyond godlike Meepo, has he even died this game?
He died twice. Once at what, 4th minute mark? GG's called, Gary. What a performance from Viking. GG.
Yeah, Viking take game 1. Nigma dropped game 1 here in the group stage. The first match to be played by them and Viking. A European mixed stack. Completely decimates them with a Meepo.
Yeah,
Yeah, they tried to stop it happening, Na'Vi, but they found a loophole in Na'Vi's contract which allowed Zayats to change teams because apparently he hadn't signed a certain update to a contract later on down the line. So that's it.
He was technically a free agent, well, technically free is the best thing.
Technically free, still free, yeah, but a lot of drama in the CIS region because of this, a lot of questions raised about legitimacy of poaching players and, trying to avoid buyouts and stuff like that. I don't really know the full story, but yeah, all I know is that this is a spice bowl here in the CIS region. This is the hot
It is.
potatoes.
Definitely. And I think it's good that Gambit is benching GPA because they would not be benching him if he would just say, alright, fine, I'm not transferring, I'll just continue to play and do my best. But he's refusing to do that, so unfortunately that's when contracts need to be honored. And
Yeah.
the consequences, we are professionalizing it. So yeah, we have Kuman playing here now, and I gotta say, I am very hyped to see Kuman as well. I think he's been fairly underrated as one from either carry or mid players. I like him more mid personally, but he also plays a very decent. And we're going to see in this game if he holds up to world-class players such as Moon, such as Sub.
Yeah, a bit of a baptism by fire in his their second game here, Modus Unity in the closed qualifiers coming up against Modus Pro, but you know that's where the cookie crumbles.
It's also a rewarding way. Like if you are Modus Unity, you fight your way through the qualifiers, not just to qualify for the majors. How realistic is that? But just the opportunity to play up against the big boys, maybe make a name for yourself, get some really high quality practice in, that is so valuable.
Yeah, Young G's actually doing a really good job in the middle lane of getting CS here, but yeah, I mean, no one. He's going to be the king of this mid, to be honest. He's going to snap away this Magnus' damage at every available opportunity, but
Yeah, as you can see by the Magnus only, he doesn't hit that hard right now, but he can still get last hits with demonstrated. So it's not unplayable for him even when he gets one.
yes, they're being annoyed by solo. Unfortunately, Rubik does not win this trade war at all. This is very much Disruptor's lane right up here. He's able to try to interrupt the pull as well. Oh, he needs the other creep. Come here, sir.
No,
Doesn't
he's
grab
not.
it. But, yeah. Okay, cool. Makes the pull happen. Meanwhile, DK Fogus just rip off DK Phobos, aka DK Fogus, laying down the hurt onto Cuban. This is not DK Phobos, in case you're wondering. It's a different person. And Young G in the middle lane is not G, in case you're wondering. It's a different person. So, yeah, this is a team of knockoffs. But, you know, they're all right knockoffs.
Yeah.
Playing some decent
DK
dotes.
Focus is pretty better than his namesake. Well, one of them is not playing, like there's no flame here whatsoever.
Okay. I thought you meant historically, but yeah.
No.
DK Phobos has, of course, retired.
Maybe he's doing the casting for this match, I think.
I think he's probably casting his doppelganger.
But what I actually wanted to say was that the Disruptor here does need to have the upper hand over Rubik. Just because otherwise it is extremely hard to well, in this lane. As you can see, as soon as the enemy gets a lane into him, he suffers hard.
Yeah.
So he needs to keep this really busy. And actually, I am hoping to see him fly out some mana regions because you can't keep passing Thunder Strikes with this, and that means that the Rook is going to be in lane and
Yeah, so far just to stick to recover that mana with, which is not going to be enough, so we'll see how he decides to play that one. Meanwhile, Young G doing the right thing in the middle lane and stacking up this medium camp just to increase his farm potential, although no one's going to sneakily take two. Very annoying. It's very rude of him.
And I think he also made sure to hit the creep wave on that. One of the things that you can and should do if you're closing the mid is to get away with these hands to the side, is just forcing your own creeps to be under his tower zone. Because that means he's actually choosing between lane creeps and side creeps, so you can get all the time he wants in the world. Get both.
Yeah, absolutely. But no one just taking every single range creep here. Meanwhile, PL getting pretty low at top and Zach getting pretty low at bottom, but nobody quite falling just yet. First blood yet to be leaked at 5 minutes in. It's certainly shaping up to be a close laning phase, closer than one might have believed. In fact, Modus Unity actually ahead for the start as Kuman forced out of lane again and again.
He is definitely suffering in this top right, and like, in principle, PL doesn't need too much in order to start jungling. You can see he has a 2 points up in Phantom Rush. With the extra admin you get from that, if you master your illusion drill, you can start jungling by level 6, but it's not ideal. And as it stands, he also is just at a risk of dying before level 6. Maybe even if he could live this far or has full plays up.
Yeah, this guy's scary. He has demolished this lane so far. Yeah, down at 14 and 3. Not where you want to be. You want the bottom lane. Resolution getting run at here by Chikirao and kicked. They just want to force him out of the lane and make sure this troll is free farming away, which he has been so far. Top of the CS chart currently. No one, the only one really close up behind him. And Youngji doing pretty well in the mid lane as well, but he's been saturating his farm with some jungle creeps as well, so probably won't have the same net worth as the Razor in the mid lane, who's been mostly taking these lane creeps.
Yeah, that's not a...
Rezo sees a chicken, he gets it. That's my courier son.
Oh, that's boots down to
Radiant's middle tower be under attack.
Yeah, Dude is definitely ruling this mid lane by now, which is about the expected outcome. Magnus recovers better, but I gotta say, the fact that nobody from
Dire's
Modus
bottom
Unity
tower
is ready
be under
to
attack.
go for this Razor if anything happens is rough.
Yeah.
Zayas has made his way up the top. They realize that humans are suffering too much and they need a little extra lightning rod here to take off some of the attention. Maybe see if they can... Still, that's gonna be rough. Lane's pushed out pretty far as well.
Yeah, Zayas throws in the mango over towards Solo, and they're going to go for DK Focus here. And they managed to land a stun just on the edge of the static field there. Might even be able to bring him down. DK Focus on the run, trying to get under the tier 1 tower. Will not escape. Apologies for the siren.
Just fine. I mean, I'm just happy they're still managing to take police, man. They've been on your case for a long time now.
Oh yeah, they've been knocking on my door. They've got the battering ram out, but yeah, just leaning out my window, taking some pot shots now again. It's all good. Meanwhile, TSA again taking some hits from Kuman here, but DK Focus turning up. There's no blood. There's no first blood. What's going on here? No one wants to kill each other.
Well, if it is up to DK Focus, it's definitely going to be happening on the top line. He just keeps it. Kuman just wants that 6th man.
Here we go, there could be the first blood here. Rubik taking damage, in comes the PL, and that is going to be first blood going the way of Kuman. Exactly what they wanted as Zayas comes in up the river. Well, Kick's trying to return some hits here, but unfortunately this AA does not do a whole lot in lane.
I think they could have gone for him harder there. The doppelganger was still down.
Yeah, confidence knocked maybe a little bit after losing their teammate. Meanwhile, Young G continuing to bash away at the jungle. I think we're throwing over to net worth here just to see the difference between the Magnus and the Razor. It is pretty significant. Nearly 900 gold extra. No one is about to get a whole lot more if he can get this kill, but will not be able to as a skewer giveaway is successful. And Kit comes in as well to freeze up the Razor here, so no chance of anything here. Echo Saber queued up from Young G as well, so does want to have that firing potential on the mag. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Solo could be in some trouble. They got the lift up, they got the stun, the glimpse back, going to buy Solo a little bit more space here. Focus will not be able to keep on going for this one, so Solo survives. Taking the point in glimpse.
The bash there, that was actually meant for his support.
What a hero.
Solo.
Get down, Mr. President.
Moon has rotated spot. This is the first tempo of the game, 9 minutes. Zayas was already in place, but it looks like this bottom tower is completely deserted. And instead, rotated it to top lane.
They're looking for a kill, they're looking for a Vantamance right now. They know he doesn't have the gold top on, and they're going to be able to find this kill. Beautifully done from Modus Unity. Just completely, perfectly predicting Virtus Pro's rotations down to the bottom lane, moving the Troll Warlord up before they have a chance to make a move onto him, and then immediately turning it into a kill onto the enemy carry. That's very, very good for them. Kuman not having a good time so far.
Radiant's bottom tower
This is
be
exactly
under
how you
attack.
should be handling this. Moon is going to find
And no one realizing that there is going to be going for the static link again here. Young G able to escape quite easily from this one. No one. He's still chasing, but I feel like he's kind of chasing butterflies right now, so I'm going to go for these 2 free camps instead.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him move back into middle with that next plasma cube, and maybe now that they've pushed Young G off of that lane again with the damage, just make sure that that middle tower goes down with catapult blade. But I think Zayas was already like, nah man, I want to go top with my levels. Take some enemy farm out of your jungle instead, which is also always good. farm the data and get is a financial advantage.
Jesus, 1-1 on the scoreline at 10 minutes currently. This is a sleepy game, sleepy laning phase, but I do feel like it's going to go pretty ham soon. You got the Razor, who's the highest net worth hero on the Virtus Pro side, in fact the only one who had a remotely decent laning phase, so I feel like he wants to start making some rotations, making some space for the Phantom Lancer. Beautiful. Kuman just finds a poor man's shield in the jungle. That is going to help him out a lot, honestly.
And one of the things that we were waiting for here is the glance on Revolution. And this is where the Razor could be up. You reckon with?
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
he just walks to the midline and nopes out immediately.
Be under attack.
see you boys.
Fortified.
Yeah, meanwhile Chikira's already picked himself up a Maelstrom. Goodness gracious.
Troll Warlord is an interesting hero in that you have to keep up your farm speed while also making use of the fact that you have such short cooldowns. Yeah. Oh. Rubik lifting back moon.
That was a risky move. Again, Virtus Pro trying to hunt for stuff here, and they've got the Roar on Resolution as well, but I was unable to find anybody with that static field.
Zayas just turned 6. He's drawn on the map. He's gonna cut in from the flank, see if they can get an entrance kill for finally breaking this mid tower here.
Yeah. See the Magnus, not really an ideal target. This guy is going to be a pain in the ass to kill. Air Blast comes smashing through the middle lane, landing onto Resolution and Solo. Trying to delay this push as much as possible. Meanwhile, Zayas just has to stay out of the tower range here, but maybe he can get the cheeky kill onto Rubik if there's a little bit of extra reach from anybody else on the side of Virtus Pro, but not sure that's going to be entirely possible. Hawk here as well, giving him the vision. Not much that long on the left. Meanwhile, they'll actually unleash onto the Rubik here with the Static Storm Solo. Should be able to bring him down. Yeah, that's going to be a kill into TSA. And now they look for more. Stunner to slide up, but in comes the Magnus. Roar going to be thrown down onto the Trolls. He's glimpsed back to the other side of the map. Modus, however, they are still coming for this one right now. And the Trolls actually just glimpsed very, very short distance away. So he's also straight back into the middle lane. AA Blast, boom! Solo, that's a strike. Coming down and finishing off the Virtus Pro support. So once again, an even trade, a support for a support. 215 gold game by Virtus Pro, but yeah, all in all, very, very static game so far. It's 2 for 2, it's now on the scoreline, and net worth is not much in it at all. About 500 gold advantage for Modus Unity currently.
It's hard for me to call this static though. This is very much about like optimal usage of your timings, predicting enemy timings. Like the fact that Zayas doesn't get enough information in that Radiant offlane jungle means that his go into the mid eventually is delayed, and the Troll gets a lot more time to actually make his way over there. They don't manage to blow up anyone significant, and Modus Unity seems to know what is coming at them.
Yeah, these
Smarter has a really good feeling for the game.
yeah, I mean this is the second rotation they've predicted perfectly, and well now they can't afford anyone there. Doesn't look like they can, and the middle tower is has finally gone down. In fact, Solo's the one that takes out as Zayat. He's been seen. They've got a vision down. They've got an air blast as well. Good, nice. Young G comes in to finish the job. Crab for dinner, guys. We have brought down the Nyx Assassin and Modus Unity. They're playing really, really well against Virtus Pro right now.
Yeah, especially the fact that they're not overreacting, that they're not bringing that troll in for every little detail, and they can't afford to do that because the Phantom Lancer is getting all this space offering right now. So you need to put farm off with that as well, to not be baited into over-engaging anywhere when Ruby goes down on the middle lane.
Talking of over-engaging anywhere, yeah, we were getting a bit big for his boots. We get taken down a bit.
Dire crew ban. Ten seconds remain. Radiant crew pick. Dire crew pick. Slaughter.
Ads go.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain.
So they really like Slardar, huh? First, it's like fucking TI again. Give mind control Tide. Now it's give mind control Slardar.
Radiance.
Well, Hero's not having a fun time.
No.
Same opening.
Oof.
I like this new knee with Slardar, where you have a
Yes.
jump. Double
Radiant
stun.
crew ban.
And like Blightstone on Granny as well.
Dire crew ban.
Oh, they didn't pick Tiny's band. Tiny and Meepo band. Yeah, boy.
Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain.
What's next? OGC against Aggressive. Oof.
What's next? OG seed against?
Aggressive.
Radiant.
Oh, Lil's team.
Lil, yeah.
Seconds remain. 5 seconds remain.
Okay. 5 seconds. Welcome back, everyone. Here we are with game 2 of this series in the group stage between Nigma and Viking. And if you hadn't noticed, Viking 1-0 to the good in this best of 2. It's the group stage here for the ESL One Los Angeles Major. I'm Gareth, joined by Lacoste. And Lacoste, it's a bit of deja vu here. You know, we watched True Sight. We saw TI with Nigma picking Tidehunter for mind control over and over again, and they've grabbed him up a Slardar for the second game in a row.
Crew pick.
Sometimes being stubborn is good, as goes for TI Grand Finals last year. I don't think that's the case, but Slaughter as a hero, I just don't feel like you should be first picking him because there are responses to it. I like what the Viking did in the first game. Seems like they're doing the exact same thing in the second one. Put the Lash against them.
Dire crew.
Having a matchup where you have Slaughter against melee hero is much better. Alright, alright. So a little bit of cheese added once again. Instead of Meepo, who's banned out, now they have Huskar. Oracle, good with dealing against the Batrider. And magical damage from Lich, from Lashrak, also has a built-in disarm against Huskar.
10 seconds remain.
You also have
one of
Nix
the
against
things that-
Batrider.
Dire crew.
Yeah. Next Assassin, great against Bat. This Lashrak, uncontrollable damage, so it's gonna be pretty easy to stun people. Also, Nyx Assassin has a built-in break with his ulti against the Huskar, which is kind of a big deal.
And they do have minus armor as well, right? They've got the Corrosive Haze, they're going to have physical damage, And a bit more from Razor. I'm just wondering here if Razor potentially is what Nigma feel is a counter to Huskar, you know, with the damage drain, but also the fact that Razor is a pretty fast BKB buyer. You know, you don't need a really primary item. You can go straight from, you know, treads or phase into a drums or something, and then BKB. So you are ready to fight. You're ready to really turn the tides of battle and continue whacking into Huskar, like you said, with, you know, disarm and saves and everything they've got. It's a pretty decent pick for them. As Viking yet again removed the Bloodseeker. Even with Slog back, like Slog was banned in the last game as well, they still banned this Bloodseeker out.
Yeah, seems like they are having trouble playing against Bloodseeker in general.
Nigma with their final ban. What are we looking for? So I'm kind of assuming here Boom will be the Huskar mid. Give Toby the Batrider again, Celery Lich. Lesh is still a little bit flexible though, right? Could swing one way or the other. Not entirely sure where that lad is heading. Could be 4, could be 1. Could even put the Batrider into a support position if you're really desperate to do so. But right now I think Viking lacking a way to really control a team fight. They've got good single target from Bat, they've got good magic damage from Huskar, Lesh, Lich. But they don't have great ways of stunning or stopping Nigma from what they're doing.
They could swap Lashrak to offlane and put something else on the safe lane. They still have the last pick, so they can adjust accordingly. But I like Nigma's draft way more in this game. They have the answers, especially liking the Nyx Assassin as a counter to Lashrak and Batrider.
Radiant crew pick. Dire crew pick.
Stampede. Oh, hello. Medusa. Well, first of all, the Centaur ban, really nice. You know, stop the Stampede to mess up with the Razor static link, the initiation from Nyx and Slardar, another saving mechanism, or initiate. Like, I wanted initiation, stuns, control, and that Centaur would have been a beautiful pick for Viking.
I think you need any kind of Diffusal Blade carrier. Slark's still in a pool, not the greatest matchup against the Slardar. And shift Lashrak to the side lane. Is there anything else? Phantom Lancer is still available.
The Gyrocopter, you know, if you're Topson, just buy Diffusal Blade. Okay, Diffusal Blade Huskar. Let's go, dude. That's what we're gonna see. It's coming.
You can get Terrorblade as well. Build the Diffusal. I mean, it's not necessarily a must-have, but it's definitely a plus.
I've got a decent amount of time to think about it. So Medusa, Razor, 2 heroes that can handle Huskar pretty nicely. Is this a change in... It definitely feels like a change in tempo, but a change in tact from Nigma as well. There's Medusa hard carry, but very much a timing hero. You know, 25 minutes in, you're looking for your first real big item and a half or so. You know, you've got stats to build up, move towards your, I guess, Manta style or Skadi, whatever it may be, as quickly as you can.
Surprised that Medusa was not picked in the previous patch where there was no limits to neutral items. You just get 3 items planted on Medusa, but they decide to go with Omni Knight. So they have a saving ability for Huskar, gives him extra strength, status resistance. I've been rambling all day about mana burn, and now Nigma picks Medusa and Nyx Assassin. I'm getting the vibes like a year and a half ago when these 2 heroes were extremely popular. Playing against heroes like a Tide Hunter, who was also popular back then, where he doesn't have mana to use his Ravage. No matter how you itemize, unless you get a BKB, you're gonna get your mana burned.
What are the lanes gonna be? I guess Wego's mid against the Huskar.
No, they're gonna put Medusa, I assume, since they picked Omni Knight, so you want to have Razor against Omni.
True.
It's a good matchup for both of these heroes on the side lane, safe lane, on Nigma's side. The question is, who's a better laner against Huskar? They picked Razor as a so-called counter to Huskar, and he gets on top of him, steals the damage, so he's not gonna be that effective. But still, I would prefer to have Razor on the safe lane and Medusa on mid.
And they did switch the Batrider into the 4 role here, so Celery 5 on the Lich, Toby will be the offlane. Omni Knight, Shad again, the kind of pos one on that Lesh. GH and Mind Control, that's a Nyx Assassin Slardar dual lane if they want to run it that way. We'll get ourselves into game and find out how they set out their pieces, figure out the lay of the land. Here in game 2 of this best of 2, it's group stage time. Nigma lost game 1. Not a great start for them, and they're up against another cheesy pick, the Huskar, in game 2 here after losing to the Meepo earlier on. Viking probably feeling pretty good about this. Adrenaline pumping, morale boosted. Taking down Nigma like that. Boom probably very happy with his performance. Let's see if he can continue riding that wave through this game now. Weehar's Razor is going in towards mid, and Miracle's going bottom. I'll scout out the lanes and see what they're dealing with here. I feel like I agree with you though in the way that they should be setting things up.
Let me just look at the attack range. Razor 475, Medusa should have 600. Yeah, 600 it is.
What's Razor's damage? 54 on Medusa, 55. Yeah, pretty close in the damage as well. Quelling Blade up on Toby with a Windlace. So it looks like he feels he's going to be against the Razor as well. He's gone for Windlace. Try and run away from Razor. Top Bounty Rune. It looks like it will be placed that both teams contest. A 3v3 about to kick off. GH not leveling anything up just yet, hiding away behind the single tree, but he has been scouted. Bat, Lesh, Lich, running down the ramp. As Mind Control controls the rune. Oh no, he's run off to try and get a kill. Aramis will take the rune, but they're going to lose their Lesh now, potentially. Kuroki, Fortune's End on cooldown for another 5. And Shad, speedy Disco Pony, gets away thanks to sticky napalm stacks being built up on those 2 melee heroes.
Well, bottom lane's gonna get free farm for Medusa anyway, unless they decide to get tri-lane going on top, tri-lane against tri-lane, and then Omni Knight can creep skip, manipulate the creep wave. Still, Medusa will get the free farm out of it.
And they will keep that Razor in the mid lane against Huskar. So Mind Control being tri-laned around. Definitely a change in tact here from Nigma, giving the Slardar a much better start.
Interesting skill build from Boom on a mid lane. Inner Fire level 1. He just wants to have, he wants to have a knockback against the static link. Pretty smart.
Yeah, that's really clever. He didn't go for boots or anything first. He has them queued up now. Very intelligent little shift in play there. Tri-lane continues up top. They start off with the Fortune's End, and they should have a crush. Do they have a bash? They've got the charges ready. Impale, perfect from GH, but Mind Control can't close the gap fast enough. Has to turn, needs to fight. He can't run, he can't hide. He doesn't have a crush here either, and no magic stick. He's in so much trouble. First blood yet again spilt by Viking onto Mind Control, and Aramis just keeps the sticky napalm stacks going. He dodges the Impale, and he gets another one. 2 for nothing in this top lane for Viking. Beautiful stuff.
Yes, you have Oracle as a, we're gonna call it counter to a Batrider, but it's a tri-lane, so you can't use it on everyone. Which means that at least one hero will get the extra stacks, and that's gonna be the target. The one who's purged, they will instantly swap it.
Yeah, and it feels like Kuroki needs to be using it as an initiation tool. Unfortunately here though, a great splitter from Shad stops them in their tracks. And again, sticky napalm across 3 heroes, like you're saying, an absolute nuisance for Nigma to be dealing with. And top lane looks like they will reset, just pull back a little bit. Celery and Aramis both pretty low on mana, so we'll take a look here. Down to bottom lane, Miracle has been bullied back by Toby, but the arrival of Kuroki will try and put an end to the shenanigans down here, as a 9 for 1 Omni, 10 for 1 Medusa, pretty evenly trading farm.
If Omni can close the gap, he can harass Medusa. Medusa 280 with Windlace. Omni Knight has 322, very interesting number.
Crap, mind control. See you, buddy. I was looking at this Invis Huskar in the mid lane. Okay, he's not going to mess around with Weed too much. Static Link is now back up. We will go for this. Should get the Huskar here. Or maybe we'll have a kill. When it comes through, barely screws away the kill, getting more than my Weed, but overstepping that Huskar for sure.
Oh,
Toby?
Yeah, with place. Alright. Toby dies at the bottom lane.
Oh yeah, win place for Razor.
Man, this mid lane's not going well. Huskar 4-1, Razor 16 and 12. So Aramis comes mid, tries to help him out. Can they dive? It's a lot of damage. Do you think we should have like fire that? We had that, right?
We had it for like 2 days or something, right? I was so excited, like, oh yeah, Cinder Brew, and I can use Sunstrike on Cinder Brew and it's fire damage and elemental damage. Like, no. This game is complicated enough as it is.
It was cool while it lasted.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun. So back to dual lanes now. GH and Mind Control 2v2 against the Lesh and Lich. Huskar, you know, the help of the Batrider was there. Aramis now out of mana again, but he's got a bottle and he's just spamming mangoes. I want to see how many mangoes. He's bought like 10 mangoes.
Top lane, Gary.
Hello, top lane. Hello, Shad. He's fine. He's fine.
You didn't even bother with the camera.
I did. I moved. I watched. I looked. Huskar with boots. What's the move speed now? 311 against 336. So Huskar, you know, a little bit ahead. As bounty runes, 10 seconds to spawn. Batrider heads down south with Nyx and Slardar controlling both of the northern ones. Really here, the Dire team need to get a couple down in the bottom part of the map, especially to refill the bottle on the Batrider. GH though stepped a little bit too far forward. Edict is there, tickling him away. Shad and Celery put him to an end.
Lesh is such a great hero with setting up things at the safe lane or side lane, having the extra ability to slow down. If you have anyone that gets on top of him, Flashback didn't even have boots to close the gap, but if someone just oversteps their boundary, more than enough.
Man, Razor is 25 and 17, Medusa 30 and 11. Nigma are just completely out-farming their opponents in this one. Like, Slardar has the same CS as Huskar. Definitely not what Viking were expecting or hoping for.
One thing that worries me is these heroes don't build into BKBs that early on, and there's no way to itemize against the mana burn. Mystic Snake on level 15. This Medusa is getting a lot of levels, plus 25 mana gain. Also, mana burn will be up and running a bit later, since you just want to max the other spells.
Mind Control does all connect that crush. Split Up does land, but Kuroki yet again here to bail his team out and maybe a bonus kill. Cherry on the top will be this Lich if they can find him. Purifying Flames is ready and it snipes him out. Celery actually the one to get the final touch as, oh, hey, baby, we kills off Aramis. Looks like the Batrider went for an aggressive play there. Huskar back in the jungle, but we just said thank you very much.
Not even close. And Razor's sitting at almost 400 HP, 11 magic wand charges, plus a fairy fire. Someone needs to go back to school, do the math. Alright, disarm the...
Weehar must be absolutely chuckling to himself. Gifted. Absolutely gifted. 2 kills on a silver platter. Batrider and then Huskar, one by one they go rolling on into the bank account of Wee's Razor. My goodness gracious me.
Sometimes you don't even have to gank. People just do weird stuff and they die.
let the gank come to you.
Exactly.
Top lane again. Here's the setup we've been waiting for. Crush only onto the left though. Mind control very low on HP. And GH, good save. That Fate's Edict buys time through the magic damage of Shad, but the physical of the Edict will finish him off. And the Courier, one hit, not gonna get it. Kuroki though will be the target of choice as they switch across to the Oracle of Smoke. A wand, a stick, a fairy fire. Oh goodness. He's got Fate's Edict. He's gonna heal. He's gonna run back behind the tower. He's ticking down, but he's alright. Kuroki and Mind Control will survive. Oh god, he's don't step forward. Lich has Frost Blast level 2. Flame Break yet again up onto you. Kuroki turns, gets the Fortune's End, gets the kill. Celery wasn't expecting that. And 2-match stun from GH. Mind Control's there to continue on forward, but Shad will be alright to fall back and away.
Gary, what is going on in this game? People are dying too much, whatever you want to call it. Mid lane, V. Huskar needs to be careful about his positioning. With the Windlace, Razor has move speed advantage, 4 points in static lane.
Genuinely no idea. Toby trying to help out his Huskar, but does it really matter when this Razor is ripping you apart? And one by one, yet again, and Wii is just given kills. Celery might be a triple for him. Fortune's End, the raindrops pop, but in comes Lash, and Wii will be stopped at long last, put to an end, and Kuroki's gone a bridge too far. Deep. No way. He can't. Lacoste.
Now, I was just waiting. Lash is fake pumping the stun couple of times. Well, Fate's Edict can't save you against that Diabolic Edict.
That is true.
We're gonna talk about Medusa, Gary, for a very long time. Let's check what she's doing. 63-15. Level 8, 4 points in split shot. So she can just go back to jungle, give the space to anyone who needs it on the lane.
Razor sees the Huskar bottom and is like, oh, right. I'm going to come down here and play. A Miracle tells him to get out of his lane. He wants the full farm rotation. Looks like it'll be Treads into Manta for Miracle's Medusa for now, or Toby. Static Link will drain a lot of damage. Has no field, but no continuation. The stuns and supports, they're off wandering elsewhere. Celery gets spotted out by MC. Frost Shield's going to keep him pretty safe. Mind Control, if he gets another, like a bash here and another crush, can he do it? Fortune's End will definitely secure this one. Sinister Gaze on the tower. Kuroki steal it! No. Gives it to Mind Control, allows him to take the kill, and there is nobody to stop him. No one's TPing top tier 1. Batrider is lurking deeper to try and get bounty runes.
A lot of pressure on the bottom tower from Edict. Yeah, there's no way they're defending this one.
Bottom tower, be down. Hard.
Nigma's lineup will excel at 20-25 minute mark once Medusa gets 1 to 2 items. Razor is already having an extremely good time.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
GH. Invis rune. Still not level 6, but he spots the Huskar, and this is where we wants to be. Hunting Huskar, but a good Chain Frost actually bouncing in between the Nyx and Razor allows Boom a little bit of distance. Celery's going to take another couple of cracks of the Lich from Wee, and there we go. Lich finally falls. Wee, with the help of the creeps, will get past the tower, not getting aggroed upon, but Boom with a life break forward does close the gap, pushes Razor back, and Shad secures a dominating streak for himself.
It's a lot of XP for those two. And they have 2 abilities to push them out. They have Flame Break and what's this one called? I always forget. Inner Fire. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower.
Sounds up a little bit. Miracle. Jungle time. Tier 1 has gone. Not as safe down there as it once was. And a 1v1 man battle between Toby and Mind Control. And the rest of Nigma coming up to join the squad. Kuroki still only level 5, but they're gonna go diving. Impale, not quite on the mark, but the Carapace connects onto the Lash with a big mana burn there, and the heals and saves from Kuroki keeping Mind Control up. Means that the dive continues, but the Lash has so much damage output. Blown up completely, Wii is gone, and well, that Oracle can't stand up against it either. Good rotation and great reactions from Viking.
They're very limited on the tower damage at the moment. Also, I believe there was some kind of miscommunication or people are not paying attention. Oracle was still level 5. We went really deep inside. And I mean, you're trying to go on the Lash who's hiding in the jungle in those juke spots with Edict and Pulse Nova running. Yes, you get a good start, but you also need to start thinking about your defensive items. He has Boots of Travel right now, can be anywhere on the map. Okay, GH, bottom lane. They're trying to set things up. Apparently it got cancelled, or he misclicked. Razor was deeping to the bottom lane.
Oracle will come out to the outpost now. GH, Carapace, goes for the stun. They've got Lesh cheaping in behind though. Shad is here and they've got a lasso with the magic damage of Lesh. Shad says absolutely not. You stop this right now. We and Kuroki just couldn't get there in time. And Kuro is still level 5.
Apparently Lashrax, Boots of Travel are working. It should have been the opposite, like Razor should have TP there and they could have killed that Batrider with setup from Nyx Assassin. And I love the build on Nyx, 4 points in Carapace.
Yeah, I mean against Lash and Batrider, right, it's pretty damn good. Toby working on Vlad's after the Arcane Boots. Pretty slow going for these two offlaners, right? Slardar is yet again working on his hood into Pipe Rush, it looks like. Seemingly the kind of tactic they're going for on this Slardar. Get Pipe, get Blink, be that tanky frontliner who just gets up in the face of your opponents as much as possible.
Medusa, Rapier queued up. What up?
No, really?
I don't think he's gonna go for it. There's no reason to go for a Razor as their second item.
I mean, that's a big power play. Wait, GH just solo... Oh, Huskar was low HP farming jungle. GH just finds him. Oh, Kuroki's hit level 6 at long last. Manta for Miracle. Pop out the illusions, push out some waves. Bounty runes coming up again. Shad shows his face. Kuroki doesn't want to kick things off with just Miracle here. Yet again, all of their real team fight is elsewhere. Mid lane, top lane, the big stuns, and Weave Razor farming back in the jungle. Boots of Travel up for him and going for drums. I would definitely expect bots, drums, BKB here for Razor, right?
I think it's a bit too late to go for drums right now. Since you already have Boots of Travel, move speed is there.
And finishes them off. And there's the BKB queued up as well. Definitely going for that 20-minute-ish timing. But what's the chance here that Miracle goes for a BKB too? Is that a possibility? If you just have two BKB carries, your Razor and Medusa, and you run at them?
They have good frontliners and the save from Oracle, there's really no need for BKB. And there's no mana burn on their side, so he's pretty safe. He doesn't have to get BKB at all this game.
Has fallen. Dire's courier's been killed.
Jeez, GH, leave them alone. These poor little couriers. Celery's trying to get around the corner, looking for the Sinister Gaze to cancel TP. I think GH might be done for. Oh, he gets off. What's that clumsy? Oh, that's clumsy net from Lash. Okay, that opens up the Sinister Gaze. Tries to go for the stun. GH, he gets a curious snipe and he forces two heroes to chase him, but in the end, it will be a continuation of that streak for Shad. We really haven't seen Boom have a game here, have we? This Huskar, 6k net worth, now has the armlet, phase boots, triple bracer, working on the halberd. Usually Huskar is this, flick the switch, I'm ready to go at a certain point, but it's been slow, kind of arduous work for him. It's been difficult to build up.
The thing about Huskar with neutral items as well is he doesn't necessarily need to snowball. That hero can farm pretty fast, even in the jungle, and always. That's a big kill if they can get it.
It sure is. He's got Pipe, he's got 12 Wand. Mind Control, Flame Break does tick him off to the right-hand side, but they've got Toby with a Frost Shield, Lich helping out. In comes the False Promise. Mind Control kept alive by Kuro, but the lasso's there. Can we get some more heals into MC? Kuro, he's gone. GH with a good carapace, and MC still somehow alive. Allows the Solana Onyx to try and escape away, but they've got a Yules into a stun. Boom is there, and well, there goes GH. Absolutely, oh, good start. Nice two-man impale. Opens up a Weehole with static link with their Guardian Angel. Boom, TP's out. Toby, oh, he's been cancelled by the Stone Gaze. Boom, he can't move. He's got no damage. Oh, he's absolutely done for. Celery comes in to try and help his buddies, but it's just save your buddy syndrome. Toby, nothing left to give. Chainfrost bouncing all the way around, and Bat Rider still here with a Leshrac. They want to continue fighting. Luckily for Viking, no more initiation available for Nigma, or else that could have been very easily a 5-man wipe.
Yeah, once Medusa shows up in the team fight and uses Mystic Stake once or twice, it feels like the fight just completely is over. And they were chasing for a really long time. The one item that might change things a little bit is Heaven's Halberd on the Huskar, but since he was not having that good of an early game, it's gonna be delayed.
Wicked sick! Dire's top tower be under attack.
Man, Shad is all over the place.
Yeah, it's still wicked sick. MC and we both have to turn tail and run. They are creating a nice little zone here for Miracle to continue farming though, as the Dire reclaim their jungle at long last. 5k lead though for Nigma, closing in on that 20-minute mark where really we expect things to pick up even further for the Radiant side. BKB halfway there for we. Medusa, look, hey, Lacoste, Medusa still has that rapier queued up, you know?
He was passing the secret shop, had 3.8k gold and didn't buy it.
Oh, hello.
No,
He has
really
just
no
gone in.
reason to go for it.
Mind Control's got a nice little crush in the middle of them all. Boom, dropping low, but they've got the disarm onto Wee. No more right clicks, no more damage, and Kuroki force promising himself, looking for the snipe on the celery to get one more purifying flames to take out that poor little lich, but it is Viking on the rampage. They are looking forward for more targets. No lasso, but they've got a flame break and a sticky napalm up to 5-6 stacks. That is just utter decimation.
Right into Roche. You have Huskar, you have Dragon Scale, so damage over time will be there. Let's see. He uses the life break. Buyback. We've seen this before in game number 1.
And Mind Control, he'll get a freebie. Aramis gives his life. Roshan not very low here, so not really a great opportunity for Nigma to steal it. And Viking do bring their numbers around. They've got 4 heroes on this ramp. Coming down into the Roche pit again. They need to scout out. Are they
Mind
inside?
control?
Oh, we got pushed out of the pit. That could have potentially been a go.
I'm just gonna pick up the bounties. Medusa's still 5.3k gold inside the bank. I mean, he can buy it. One of the reasons why he didn't buy any components, so they know he's gonna go for that Divine Rapier.
What are his actual other legit options? Skadi?
Scotty, Butterfly, yeah. If you just want raw damage, you can get Daedalus, but I think getting that as third item gives you like more value once you get to either Butterfly or Scotty. I mean, he might buy it. Let's see.
Oh, rapier! Oh.
Has to be one of the fastest rapiers ever purchased.
What the fuck? 21-minute rapier. He's going to go into BKB next, but here's the float in the middle lane behind the tier 1. Mind Control sprinting forward with a flame break back. Shad turns to look to battle with the chain frost bouncing into the creeps and over towards Wee. A good stone gaze, forcing Boom and Toby back.
The rapier!
Disengage. Guys, the Medusa has a rapier. Run away! Get out of here! Miracle's just hunting them. Hunting them! I guess Rapier now with True Strike, your attacks cannot miss. He doesn't care about the evasion from Halberd or anything.
Alright, straight into Roche Pit. Corrosive Haze on Roche with that all extra damage.
Where's Razor now? Sam. Okay, he's nearly. Oh, hello. Last side. Good the call. Mixed assassin. He does have carapace, and he's got a lot of HP to work with here. So turns and runs as Battle Rider's initiation comes to naught. Huskar will jump in though. Nix with a good 3-map stun to really lock down Roshan for this Rapier Medusa, who shreds the Battle Rider in a couple of clicks. And Mind Control desperate to catch the Huskar. He has the Omni healing and buffing, but the right-click damage is just too much to work up against. And another stun comes out from Nigma to stop the Toby Omni from retreating. 3 heroes down, and this Medusa Rapier with Aegis ready just seems unstoppable at this point.
500 damage with the split shot. Alright, they're just gonna try to end the game here.
Well, Wee dies back at base. Shad and Celery somehow catch the Razor all the way back there, but wait, where are they going to tier 4? Is he going for a fucking throne? What? What is happening? Yeah, they're like, hang on a second, let's just finish off get the barracks, get the buildings first, we'll work it slowly but surely. Yules into stun, Shad sets it up, Carapace beautifully done from GH. Can he get the secondary stun? Not quite there with the Impale. But there's a full lane, 23 minutes in, by Rapier, kill buildings.
Couple of napalm, stick charges, but she's just gonna stand her ground. Also, Stone Gaze is available.
Like, how... You can't initiate on this Medusa. Miracle stands forward, has Aegis Rapier. You can't go past her, you can't go through her, you can't go on her. What do you have left? Look at that, she hits once. Like 10% of Shad and Aramis's HP goes. Another Carapace onto that split earth. Wonderfully done by GH. MVP so far on this next, but a Chain Frost bouncing in is well placed and well timed for the Fate's Edict. Magic Community for Mind Control is beautiful. Shad is deep in behind enemy line for Toby.
Oh my god, that damage.
Miracle, Mystic Snake and a couple of clicks. That is it for you. No TP cancel for Wee. This is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Huskar doesn't even have Halberd yet. He doesn't have a way to stop this. Look at the concave. The concave from Nigma is here. They've got 4 heroes all surrounding the Medusa, who is frontlining, and there is like no entry point at all for Viking. Okay, you stun the Medusa. Full mana yet again from Mystic Snake. Congrats. Now what? Another Mystic Snake? Oh, don't mind if I do. I'll go back up to full mana again, and you've wasted all your bloody spells. Lich, dead. Medusa, very, very strong. Huskar, static link up on him. I don't know what Boom can do apart from run and hide, because Miracle is about to dive into your fountain. Shad is an inch away from death, stunned, but Guardian Angel at the same time. So the physical damage will be mitigated and stopped for now. They've stunned up Boom. He's going to run back into fountain, but he's going to just get right click to the triple killing monster machine that is Miracle, mashing into the Viking heroes. GG is called. Give him a rampage, guys. Come out your fountain and give the Rapier Medusa the rampage that she deserves. No? Okay, just give them the game then.
This has to be one of the weirdest games that I've seen lately, and is Knoxville home?